I grew up in Spanish Town, Jamaica, in a single-parent household with my mom. The end of 9th grade in Jamaica, that's like a big year because that's where you choose all your subjects. And that's where you essentially start your career at 14. So my mom was like, well, you know, you could just finish your education in America because you're an American citizen. So I was like, oh, really? We're moving to America? And then she's like, oh, no, I'm not coming. I'm sending you to finish. Like, this is your time to grow up and finish. And then a week after, September the 1st, 2015, I was in America.
I was the 9th and 10th grade Keystone Prep math teacher at Parkway Center City High School. And Ebony was a new student. She had just came from Jamaica, and she was my student. When she came to the United States, her older sister was her guardian. And Ebony stayed with her sister for the first few months, and a situation happened where her health was impacted, and it became a situation where Ebony was no longer able to stay with her sister. Her mother at the time was not in a position to bring Ebony back to Jamaica in between the school year. As her teacher, and knowing the situation was going to be complicated for Ebony at that time, I agreed to allow Ebony to stay with me until the school year ended. Her mother was happy, I was willing, and it started as just allowing Ebony to stay with my family to finish off the school year. And initially the plan was, at that time, she was going to go back to Jamaica. But what happened, you know, life takes a different course.
Girard College is a 1st through 12th grade boarding school. Our students come from disadvantaged financial backgrounds, and they also are raised by a single parent or less, so a grandparent or just mom, just dad. In order to go here, our students also have to be academically gifted. The majority of our population here are students of color, and they are mostly from the greater Philadelphia area, and this is a place where they come for sanctuary. This is a safe space for them. We're 43 acres in the middle of the city where they know that they can come and be provided for and loved and cared for.
At the time, Girard appealed to me because it's a smaller environment, it's more individualized, and I also thought that I could benefit from a boarding school education. So I applied. I didn't know I was actually going to get in. So I applied, optimistic, and we just waited.
We were lucky there were 3 spots available, and Ebony did an excellent job with the interview, with the testing. She was high in her class. She had community college coursework. She was an honored student with integrity. She met the core values, and she was accepted into the program. At that time, it was a great fit at home, and it was an excellent opportunity for Ebony. So much so that I was inspired to also give back to Girard by transitioning from the school district as an employee of Girard College.
The journey I took from Jamaica here, I realized that anything is actually possible. If you actually do apply yourself, you can achieve goals you set.
Ebony told me that she had interest in the Naval Academy, and we went and took a trip to Annapolis, and she spent the weekend. The moment we both walked into the auditorium and realized the auditorium held from 700 to 800 people, all with the same vision or dream that Ebony had. At that moment, it was sink or swim.
I had no idea how difficult it was, and so I kept telling her, of course you're gonna get in. Then I started looking up the odds, and I realized that Annapolis is a multiple-year process, and that it's harder to get into than some of the Ivy League schools.
Oh my God, they actually accepted me. I threw my phone across the classroom, and I was just jumping up and down. It was just pure excitement.
Right there in the hallway, she just ran up to me and put her arms around me, and I cried, and I kept saying, really, really? And she kept saying, really, really.
My mom told me that she didn't like military. Like she's like, why you want to go fight a war? And I was like, Mom, some things you just called to do. Some things that what everyone else is not gonna do, that's what you're called to do.